Communication, communication, communication. If you get communication from them, you shove that up back there, right? Because they're wondering, why the fuck are you moving forward? Why the fuck are you doing better? Because my collective never wanted to hurt you. My collective never had ill intent the way that you did for them. So you see my collective doing better, you see my collective shining, it's because the universe, God, their angels know that they never had the intent to hurt you. But yes, keep wondering, Mike, why my collective is doing better than you. They're doing better than you because they did care for you and they never had the intention of letting you go like you did. If you get communication from them, ignore it because they're coming in from a place of confusion. New hat, who's this? Same dish, different flavor. I think that's how it goes. Oh, new hat, who's this? El Tarot Vaquero, bro. Different dish, same fucking flavor, right? But overall, guys, I've been called to do a love reading today. So let's see what the fuck is going on with your boring ass ex, because trust me, they are a little boring, right? But let's see what's happening. Ace of Swords reverse, Judgment reverse, Two of Swords reverse, Knight of Swords. If you guys get some form of communication from your ex, just know that this communication is not stable communication. As simple as that. What do you want me to tell you? It's not stable communication. Okay? And I specifically want to point that out with the Ace of Swords reverse and with the Knight, because it feels like they want to communicate with you, but then you are no longer interested in that way in them, right? Because I feel like you view your ex as very emotionally immature, very, very emotionally unavailable, 100%. I don't like the shadow it cast, right? But look, the thing about it is that with the Ace of Swords and with the Knight of Swords, if some of you guys get some form of communication from your ex in the next few weeks or in the next few days, ignore them. Tell them, fuck off, right? The reason being, it's because, look, it's like somebody has made up their mind about communicating with you. And remember, this is a love reading. The Ace of Swords reverse, the Two of Swords reverse, and the Knight of Swords. But this communication is coming in from a place of confusion. Not really knowing or not really having a plan with the Knight of Swords. Because if you see in the image, he's literally just charging into battle, right? So he most likely does not have a plan. And what do I mean from a place of confusion? Because with the Judgment reverse and the Ace of Swords reverse, this signifies confusion. This signifies confusion. This signifies you not knowing what the fuck you want. Right? So I'm telling you, I feel like the person you were dealing with, they did not know what the fuck they wanted for the future. They did not know how to fucking communicate, and they never took action when action was needed. Right? Going back to you. Right now, the thing about it is that you think like a guy. Right? And no, I'm not saying that you're manly. I'm not saying that you're not feminine. I'm saying that you have this sense of emotional understanding when it comes down to things. You get it? So with the King of Cups and with the Lovers, you try to be emotionally understanding with everyone and anyone, right? You try to hear someone's side of the story first before you jump to conclusions. But you're telling yourself, I am not going to try to understand someone that cannot even understand themselves with the King of Swords reverse, right? Because I feel like even though you still have a soft spot for them, you're not going to put yourself in a place where you're not going to be understood. And I feel like you tried to understand this fucking person so many fucking times, but you literally just got bored because they could not make it make sense when it came down to your relationship or the communication that you guys had in your relationship. It's like every time you would try to communicate, every time you would try to open up about your needs, they would ignore your needs. So now it's time for you to ignore the fuck out of them, right? Like I'm telling you, it's like, look, I feel like you want to talk to them because I feel like they were not able to provide you with the closure you wanted right here, 100%. These fuckers don't really even know how to communicate what they want and what they need, right? The thing about it is that with the Knight of Wands reverse, it's like, okay, I have a soft spot for you, but at the same time, I don't really see myself wanting to build something with you because you cannot even build something for yourself, right? That energy is coming out very, 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 very strongly right here. The thing about it is that with the King of Cups and with the Lovers, right now you are destined to walk in a path of life where things are becoming better for you, right? So we really have to understand that. We really have to know that. We really have to know that when it comes down to this situation, the one with more emotional stability, the one with more emotional depth is you. They only hold confusion, right? I don't know why I feel like they have problems with their father, right? And I feel like this was something that they would constantly talk about, right? They would constantly talk about, right? I don't know why that's coming out very, very, very strongly right here, but I'm telling you, if you get communication from them, it's not communication you want to take, because this communication is coming in very, very recklessly. What does that mean? It means that they're only going to talk to you for a few weeks before they dip, because they don't know what the fuck they want, right? And now it's your turn with the King of Swords to be fucking cold, because I feel like at the end of your relationship, they were acting cold. Now it's your fucking turn to act cold, right? That's what's coming out very, very heavily right now. We have the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups reverse. This is you. You're satisfied where you are at. You're satisfied where you are at. This offer that's showing up, you don't need it. You don't need them, because you already have these. You see it? You don't need this, right? So you are satisfied with where you are at. The Four of Swords does tell me that you have been dreaming about them, or you even have been thinking about them. Like, no shit. You know, it's like you guys still have an energetic cord. But with the Sun, I don't feel like they're coming in with happiness. I feel like they're coming in from the urgency of wanting to see what the fuck you're up to. And that's not something that you want to do. Lovers reverse. This is them. Lovers. That's you. And that's why I use two separate decks. Because right now you are in a place where things are starting to fall together for you. You are moving forward. You are running forward. They do not know what the fuck they want with their life. Right? So you're over here making progress. You're over here walking further. You're over here doing things that you love, advancing, creating, and they're over here rationalizing why they should come back to you, when in reality, they don't know what they want. Right? And it's an idea that shows up in their head here and then, and then they think about it, they want to do it, they don't do it. Like, they're typing a message, deleting it, typing a message, deleting it, because they do not know what they want, right? So it's something that we really, really have to acknowledge. Page of Swords, Knight of Swords. You cannot tell me I'm not a good reader. Sorry, I came back from the gym and I took some really strong pre-workout. That's why I'm acting this fucking crazy. But you cannot tell me I'm not a good reader, right? Look, it feels like you guys have unfinished business. 100%. It feels like you guys have this sort of unfinished business. But when it comes down to them, Knight of Swords, Page of Swords, they want to have communication because they're wondering, why the fuck are they doing good and I'm not? Why? Because they did not leave you in the cold like you did to my collective. Get that shit through your head. You really thought hurting a person, you really thought making a person feel worthless, you were going to end up being good or doing good? No, you dumb fuck. Right? So you're healing, you're evolving. If they want to communicate with you, it's because they're wondering why you're not suffering. They're not suffering because the universe, God, whoever they believe in, it's on their side, you, my collective. And they did not have the intent to hurt you since the beginning. Now you're wondering why are they moving up? They're moving up, my dear collective is moving up because they never had slick ass intentions with you and like you did, right? So they stay watching, they want to stay communicating. If you get a message from them, you better shove that message right back up there. You know? Take care.